Alrighty, hey everyone, welcome to another Will Witch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Will Witch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full-time and share them with you. And tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features a Mortal Guardians side quest that takes our brave heroes on an exciting adventure out into the world of Velinara, or perhaps beyond. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller. With me is Syrinscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at Syrinscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes before they embark on another exciting tale of magic and wonder. And we'll begin with an introduction for Seraphina.
Hello everyone, I'm Connor, and tonight I'll be playing Seraphina, a Winter Aladrin warlock hailing from Valdefera. She is a carrier of the Lunarthorn staff and servant and follower of the Lunar Sovereign.
Alright. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Nemik?
Hi, I'm Riddian. I'm playing Nemet, who's an Owlin Paladin. She grew up listening to her uncles tell stories of heroes and heroines, and she wanted to become one, so she joined the Mortal Guardians. And she fights for the good people and for the glory. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Next up for introductions, let's learn about Dan.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm playing Dan. Her name is short for something, but she'll never tell you what it is. She's an Aasimar Paladin. Her resume reads Paladin serving Solanthra, Mortal Guardian, Super Thief, and Burgeoning Stairmaster.
Alright. And then last but not least, let's learn about Scout.
Hey guys, I'm Cable. I'm playing Scout. He's a Warforged Gunslinger.
Sweet, succinct, we like it. Alright. Let's stank into it. Whew.
That's me.
Alrighty.
Her name.
With our introductions done, it is time to dive into our session. In the cold, silent embrace of night, Seraphina finds herself standing atop the fortified walls of Wintervale. But the once vibrant city she vowed to protect now stands enshrouded in an ominous fog. A tangible darkness seeps from the very cobblestones. The comforting glow of hearth fires absent, replaced by the sickly green and acrid luminescence of hideous infernal symbols etched into the very architecture. The runes pulse with malevolent energy that speaks of Invatriel's dominion. Where once laughter and the clang of smithies filled the air, now the city lies in the gloom of corruption and decay. Only the whispers of the damned remain, a chorus of despair that drowns out any memory of joy. Seraphina, your heart, heavy with the remnants of the Darkfire Deathblade, beats in sync with the city's distorted, discordant rhythm. a reminder of your unwilling bond to the Lady Profane. A shadow moves at the edge of your vision. Seraphina, you feel yourself turning, facing a figure that you have never seen before. A tall, pallid woman with long black wings and ashen armor, cloaked in shadows and malice. Her face is gaunt, and darkness bleeds from her pale green eyes. Behold, she hisses, serpentine in her whisperings. The future you bear for our glory, for the glory of our Lady Profane. This is the city in Vatria will manifest, with you as its guardian, its ruler, its infernal baroness. The vision shatters like glass. Seraphina, you gasp in breath after breath of cold air as you awake in your chamber. The woman's words still echo in your mind, but they diminish, like poison, cleansed from a wound as your mind settles, or at least attempts to. There is a clear threat here. Seraphina, if you do not free yourself from the taint, the hateful weapon pierced through your heart, Winterveld's doom is assured. And your hands will be the one to weave its final despair. You are in, all of you, Mortal Guardians, House Aurabel, here in Wintervale. Seraphina, you have gathered your friends because you need help. You need help with your sister. Whether or not you disclose, of course, the plan, you do need to get to Alara to at least figure out what is going on inside of you.
I think it would be a smart thing to disclose everything because it is a lot, and I need to get it all out there.
Oh man, that's heavy.
She's your sister. I mean, wow.
Yeah, it's a complicated history, if one would call it that. But I think everyone would understand the hesitance that I have of seeing her face again so soon. That's why I've gathered you all here.
Whatever you need.
And then you would see just kind of this like wry but sort of understanding kind of smile come across Seraphina's face.
So, as Seraphina has disclosed what has happened here, go ahead, I'm going to ask for Arcana or Religion checks, please. An 18. You are thinking about the corruption of Invatriel's blade, where it seems pieces of an evil may reside still in Seraphina's heart. You believe that the corruption must come from Invatriel herself. Knowing Seraphina's history and experience, where she was revived from death by the Lunar Sovereign, it seems that only a being as powerful as a divine, an archdevil, a demigod, or even a demon lord could maintain such a presence after death and new life. And as you think of that, you are, of course, welcome to share that.
Well,
Then I will ask for another round of checks. This can be Arcana, History, or Religion. Seraphina, you know that oftentimes divine entities will infuse magics with the remnants of sentient beings, like enchanting an item or a weapon with a sentient soul. This allows for powerful magics and curses to linger when typically they would be dispelled.
I'll share that with the group as well.
Okay. Not much more information comes to you, at least not now. But perhaps there might be more with Alara. You would know that Alara has not yet been moved to the security facility. She still resides in the cells in the dungeon beneath the guild hall.
Like in this moment, like anybody looking closely at Seraphina would kind of start to see that nervousness come about again because of just the history and what's happened. It's kind of like, kind of having her head down a bit, just like being just, like insanely nervous. She didn't want to face her sister again, but this doesn't have a choice now.
hey, we're with you. You know that.
I know you guys are. I know you guys have always had my back, and I appreciate it in this instance. It's a circumstance, just not a happy one, that I have to face her again. And I have a bad feeling the hatred's still real, even after all this time.
It might be a little insensitive, but at least she's behind bars. So there's that. It'll be fine.
Then you see her just kind of mustering up the courage. Okay, I'm ready to go if everyone else is.
Then you descend. You make your way to the dungeons here beneath house. And you see only one occupant. Alara waits in her cell, sitting on her bunk. Her back is against the wall. She's facing the cell door and the wall made of bars, and her expression is expectant and defiant. Before you can say anything, she looks right at you, Seraphina. No.
Yes?
Well, hello to you too, sister. Enjoying your accommodations, okay?
Do you want me to say, oh, thank you, Seraphina?
You of all people should realize you put yourself in that cell.
She could have killed you.
She probably would have been smarter off doing so.
Just gonna shut my mouth.
Yeah, see, the thing is, though, I'm not like you. I'm not a murderer.
Why are you here?
You can see Seraphina just kind of trying to hold it in here. As much as I don't want to do this, I've come for your help.
You've already got my answer. No.
Well, you haven't even heard what I said yet.
Oh, I can imagine what you'll say. But here, you love the sound of your voice, Seraphina. Go ahead. Ask for my help.
Well, maybe it's not me you should be worrying about. You should be worrying about Vitriol.
He snorts. All this talk, Seraphina. Yet you still haven't asked me for my help. Are you that proud?
Above table for a sec. She's pushing my buttons here.
It's almost like she's supposed to.
I know. I mean, here you are, just sitting here. And Vitriol could have come and gotten you any time now, but she hasn't. Wonder why that is.
You think yourself always smarter, one step ahead, don't you, Seraphina?
Maybe I do, but then again, I'm not the one that failed her duty in the Bastion.
No. No, you stood in my way. And now you're reaping all the benefits of such an action, aren't you? And that's when she sort of leans forward, eyes narrowing. You feel it, don't you? Eating away inside of you. Oh, because you had to play the hero. You could have protected yourself with that power, but no. No, you chose the Lunar Sovereign. And what good has that done you? The Lunar Sovereign could have come during all of this time and whisked away that pesky little corruption. And it didn't. Where's your faith now, sister?
Like, there's an anger starting to build up in Seraphina, but she's still holding it in here.
As you are trying to hold in this anger, it seems that Alara notices this, and she presses forward, leaning again a little bit further in. The rest of you kind of see this manic glint appear in her eyes. You chose this, Seraphina. With all the power the Sovereign gave you, you still let it happen. Your friend was right. You could have let me die. You should have. Rather than put me through all of your second thoughts. You never think ahead. As wise as you might think you are. It's quite tiresome, honestly.
I still have my faith. You're the one that made a deal with the devil, not me.
As you snap, pushing back, the rest of you are able to see this. There are darkened, shadowy vapors, wisps of dark magic that begin to exude from Seraphina.
Oh, Seraphina. I'm gonna, like, put a hand on her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Chill.
Take a deep breath.
As you take a deep breath, unfortunately, what has started does not end. Those vapors continue to pour outwards, and you see creatures, shadowy, born of the darkest recesses of anger and spite. They are vaguely humanoid in their forms, but they shift constantly, twisting, as if made out of smoke. They seem to seethe, almost with opportunistic hunger. There are eyes glowing sinister red as they look upon you all, one after another, appearing from Seraphina. In the cell, there is this, or not in the cell, in the dungeons, there is this low, menacing growl. It's almost like 1,000 whispered voices overlapping each other. The first one tears through, and then quickly 4 more appear behind it. And Seraphina,
Mm-hmm.
you feel as they claw out of your chest. And you will take a total of 30 points of necrotic damage
Okay.
as we all roll initiatives. And it's spooky music.
I'm gonna throw up.
Alright. I don't like this battle music. I'm gonna just leave it on. This one's a little better. Alright. So, starting us off is going to be Seraphina. After Seraphina, it will be Scout. Then we have our shadowy creatures. Then it is Dan, and Nemeth. Seraphina, first act. 5 of these entities, these malicious beings born of the corruption that lingers inside of you and your own hateful emotions. What would you like to do?
Oh, that's new. And then she'll do 4 shots of Eldritch Blast at 4 of these creatures. First is a natural 1. Second is a, what is it? Not sure. 24 for 18 damage. Then a 33 for 15. And another natural 1.
Okay. A little shaken up here, from the feeling, the sensation of these creatures crawling out from inside of you. Your hand is off on your casting, but 2 out of 4 do strike true. Scout. We come to your turn.
I mean, I guess he's just gonna have to shoot some of them crawling out of Seraphina.
Yeah?
First one for 13 damage,
Okay.
and the second one for 10.
Alright, so the first one that you strike hits one of the ones that Seraphina had already hit, causing that one to tear itself up, becoming shadowy wisps.
That's what I'm talking about.
Second one hits one that has not been yet damaged, but it is now damaged. And it is now our creatures go. And they are going to make their way towards you. Everyone's gonna get 1 as they claws are coming towards you, aiming for face and chest and neck, very high up on the body. The first attack is going to go for Seraphina with a 13 that misses.
Yep.
That is a 23, however, to hit Scout.
Yep.
For 9 points necrotic damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. You're fine. And we've got one coming towards Dan with a 17 to hit,
No, that misses.
and then an 18 to hit Nemeth.
Miss.
All right. All of you are fine. For the most part. But you each now have a friend in front of you that is not quite friend-shaped. Dan, it is your turn.
Great. It saves me the trouble of running up to him. We'll swing twice. 17 and a
17
22.
hits, and that hits.
That will be 17 slashing and 9 radiant.
Alright, so 17 slashing, 9 radiant. This one, much like the other, rips itself apart into the shadows as your blade cuts through to it. And Nemeth, come to your turn.
I would like to go ahead and cast haste on Dan. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Then it is Seraphina. Back to you.
The one in front of me, I would like to cast Mind Sliver. So can I get an intelligence saving throw?
Yeah, totally. That's a failure.
Awesome. So they'll take 13 points of psychic damage. Their next saving throw, they have to subtract a d4.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Scout, we come to you. You've got one right in front of you.
Okay. Well, so I mean, I'm gonna shoot it, and that's would be a disadvantage, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 just hits.
Oh, damn. Okay. For 14 damage, and the second shot, big money, 15 for 14 damage.
Another one of these creatures reduced to a little more wispy ribbons, but we still have...
Can I use my bonus action to just quickly do second wind?
Yeah, totally.
All right, perfect. Thank you. That's it for me.
All right. It is our creatures go. We've got two, one in front of Nemeth and one in front of Seraphina. That is a 20 to hit Seraphina
Sorry, that hits.
for 15 points of necrotic damage, and I
Okay.
need a Constitution saving throw.
18.
You're fine. And then that is a natural 20 to hit Nemeth.
Can I do silvery barbs, please?
Sure, if you want to.
Yes.
Cool. Brings that down to a gentleman's 20.
Yeah, that hits.
But it's not a crit.
Exactly.
That's still going to be 14 points necrotic damage. I do need a Constitution save per the attack.
And this is to be poisoned or whatever that is, right?
Nope. But you're fine. You're fine.
I'm gonna do a concentration check.
You do need a concentration check. You need to be 10. Yeah, you're fine. And so haste is still up. As Dan, we come to your turn.
Awesome. We'll go over to Nemeth and scooch into a flank.
Cool.
Let's see. Got a 28
Mm-hmm.
and a 20.
Both of those hit.
We've got 18 slashing, 14 radiant.
That's down.
Great. I'm gonna get to the one on Seraphina.
Yeah, I mean, your haste. Of course you can get
Yeah,
there.
another flank. This will be hasted action. 26.
Yep, that hits.
10 slashing. And, oh, too many. 1 radiant.
It's enough. That is another one of these creatures down. And you are no longer bound by initiative.
I go over to Seraphina and I go, oh, you got stuff coming out of you. That's not good. And I do lay on hands for 45 points of healing.
That's exactly what I lost. That's perfect.
As you finish here, combat, you would see that Alara has returned to where she was sitting before, back against the wall, arms crossed against her chest. If anyone would like to roll for me an insight, however, you are welcome to do so here. Scout would notice this. And Nemeth notices this. Alara is trembling, almost as if having to exert tremendous control. I would like a I would like an Arcana check, please. Seraphina, Nemeth, and Scout, you recognize what those entities were after the battle. They were hate spawn. They are, as they sound, creatures that are born usually between the shadows of Vale Umbra and the infernal domain of Vale Inferia. Creatures that thrive off of spite, hatred, vengeance, things of that nature. Anything that permits that hunger and drive. And as you recognize that, Nemeth and Scout, you kind of piece together with your previous insight that Alara had to contain her own emotional outburst during the combat, as if the hate spawn were affecting her too, but she was resisting them, doing so better than perhaps Seraphina was.
Oh, she's a mad dog, and her poker face sucks as he reloads his revolver.
Seraphina, those things, they're hatred. They're manifested for hatred. You gotta kind of keep calm. I think you need therapy.
Why don't you listen to your friends, Seraphina? Run off. Find a place to lick your wounds.
I do have a question though. You were fighting not to lose your hate, but why? If you let your hate out, they could have attacked us. Why didn't you?
She looks to you. I'm sorry. Did you expect me to be as close to you as you are to Seraphina? I don't need to answer questions. Unless this is a formal interrogation, which I highly doubt.
No, it isn't. And I go over to Scout and say, Scout, are you okay? You look hurt.
Scout does not look hurt at all.
Does he look dirty?
I mean, probably a little bit. I mean,
Are
we're in
there
a fight.
singe marks?
I don't know why there would be singe marks.
Are there like wires that have been like torn? Like
No, he looks fine.
okay. And I go over to Dan and goes, I don't know about this.
About what?
I don't know this whole thing. Like, what if? Ooh, do you think those bad things are gonna come out of Seraphina like a lot more often?
I don't know. It seems as though they, well, you said that they were hate spawn, so as long as we keep emotions in check, I think we'll be okay.
Listen, everyone hates. It's all right to let these things out once in a while.
I try not to.
Well, that's not good. That's what you call it? Repression, regression,
I don't know.
constipation.
Constipation.
Isn't that what it's called? You know when you're backed up, can't let it out.
Yeah, listen, the only thing I hate is those when the veil's thin and I feel it around me. I hate that, but people, not so much.
Speaking of,
No.
we do have a thinning of the veils here.
Oh, come on.
One that will be affecting Nemeth. Yo, what just happened there? Alright. Nemeth,
Yes.
as the veil goes thin around you. Oh, we've not had this one in a while. Nemeth, you begin to cry uncontrollably.
Oh, Scout, look what you
Anytime,
did.
uh, anytime, Nemeth, you try to speak during the portion of you crying, snot just dribbles entirely out of your nose, tears wild. Um,
I didn't even know birds could cry. This is wild.
Pretty
Does it
sure
hurt?
combination of everything that's going on. It's gonna be okay, Nimit, I promise. Do you need a hug?
I do.
Oh, that is a lot of snot. Okay, all right.
Scout will drop a
When I
hanky
fell
over
on your
Nemet's head.
arm.
Oh boy. Okay, there.
it only
It's
lasts
fine.
for a minute. So eventually the crying goes away.
See, you're fine. Everything's okay.
I don't know what came over me.
You know, that was a lot that just happened. I'm not surprised. The emotional outburst. No offense, Serafina.
There's wow, you're so tall and you your abs and your butt and your thighs are pretty like woof, nice and firm. Have you been exercising?
I have. I've been doing my stairs.
Yeah, look good. Okay.
Thank, thank you. I
Well,
do
if
have people who appreciate it, but you know.
I look over at Seraphina, what is her facial expression right now?
I would say it's one of a little bit of anger, but also curiosity, because Nemeth brings up a very good point. You had your chance to release those creatures as well, but you didn't. Why?
As I said, this isn't a formal interrogation. And last I checked, Serafina, we don't have that sort of sistership that I spill all of my secrets to you.
And she
Mm,
just has that kind of look on her face, like, alright, well, if you won't talk to me, then I guess you can take your chances within Vitriol.
well, hold on. I mean, you obviously know what's going on. The least you can do for your sister is help her out a little bit. You know.
Technically, the least you could do is not help, right?
Scout, you're not helping, dude.
Well, it's a weird way to say things.
You gotta have like an ounce of respect for your sister that you can.
Huh! No, I don't.
Okay. Let's...
Run off, Serafina. Go think that you're so much smarter than me.
We'd shoot pieces off of her.
Alright, but just remember, I'm not the one waiting for Vitriol. You are. And I may not be an expert on infernal matters, but I have very high probability of thinking that Vitriol doesn't take too kindly to failure. And if she's looking for me, then I bet she's looking for you too. But if you want to take your chances with her, that's your decision. And then I kind of like not walk toward her, but like make a gesture to walk toward the door.
Seraphina sort of gestures the rest of you towards the door. Do you go?
But the idea comes to them and goes, she didn't hate
We're losing you.
Yeah, that mic just took a dump.
Okay, am I all cutting out?
No.
Okay. Thought occurs to Nemeth. Sister did not let the hate out. What are the chances that in Vitriol can track somebody with these little creations of hate? And that's why she was holding it in.
That's an interesting thought. I hadn't thought of that.
Who knows?
I really think you need to take lots of deep breath and see if you can control your emotions, okay, Seraphina?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let everybody go ahead of me, and just like right before I leave, I'm gonna cast light on her cell door, so it's a little harder for her to rest.
Oh my God,
Scout
I love
before
that so
Scout
much.
leaves, he's giving her the like "I'm watching you" sign.
All the while, her eyes are on Seraphina. She does flinch a little bit when the light is cast upon the cell door. And she's just staring at Seraphina.
Just thought you would need some sunshine. Bye.
Can I start humming the song from Girl from Ipanema to see if I can get the song stuck in her head as we leave?
You can try, but, you know, who knows what's going on in her head. She might be resistant to such things. But then it's going to be stuck in yours, so...
Alright. What are you thinking, Seraphina?
Nemeth does bring up a good point.
Seraphina,
Mm-hmm.
roll me an insight check.
Mm-hmm. 15.
Nemeth does bring up a good point. And then there's also... You don't know if you can... If those hate shades that came out, or hate spawn that came out, were a one-time thing, or if they will regenerate. You may need to talk to Artem about potential plans in case this becomes unstable.
I think that's a good idea. And I'd rather attack this with a clear head, because if I snap at her, those things might come back out, and we don't want that. So, if everyone's in agreement, be welcome to go back to the guild hall.
It's just a short walk upstairs. I will say that you can approach a short rest during this time. If there's anything that you might be doing specifically.
Just tagging along, shuffling some cards.
Scout, do you do any tricks?
Yes. Oh,
Can
yeah,
I-
you mean card tricks?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Can I see one?
Sure. Pick a card.
I will pick a card.
And now look at it, and then show someone else, but don't show me.
Okay, Nemeth. You see it?
Yep.
All right.
It's 9 of Dragons.
Okay, put it back. What? Did she just spoil it?
No.
Oh, no, put it back in the deck. Put it back
All
in
right,
the
I'm
deck.
putting it back anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll stick it in.
and then he'll shuffle the deck, and then take the top card. Be like, "Is this your card?" And it's not. It's totally not your card.
Yeah, that's it.
Really?
It's a great trick. Good job.
Would
He's
Scout
gonna-
believe that, or would he like to roll an insight check?
He's absolutely not believing it since he's stacking the deck, and he was gonna
Oh,
pull the
Do
card
you believe it now?
from like behind her head.
Okay.
Do
Ah.
you believe it now?
Totally. He's okay. He's squinting. He's squinting at her, squinting at the cards. Being like, I must be losing my touch. And he'll like shove the deck in one of his pockets.
During this, Serafina, what are you doing?
I am preparing myself for what I'm going to talk to Artem about. And you would see, like, anyone that looks over, just Seraphina would just have this like look of concentration on her face more than anything.
You know Artem to be in his office, so anytime you are prepared, you can make your way over there.
Why does Serafina look like she has to poop?
I was wondering the same thing.
Shoot
I
you
didn't
over a
want to
quick
ask
look-
because I didn't know if that was quite what it looked like. So I'm glad you asked.
shoot you over a quick look, and then I'm gonna walk to Artem's office.
You want company?
That's
As,
what we're here for.
as much as that is appreciated, this is something I need to talk to Artem about alone.
Okay. Big hugs. Good luck.
You know, if Serafina dwells on it, it's going to keep happening. But if they just like let go and not worry about it, it's not going to happen again.
You're so smart, Scout.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell myself that all the time.
As you head over to Artem's, as the others wait, this is where we must take our first ad break. So, stick around with us. We'll be right back to continue our story. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They're important to us here at Will Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen and in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. So, stick around with us. We'll see you all very soon. All right, we're back. And Serafina, why don't we make this a bit more narrative?
Kim.
You are exiting Artem's office after your meeting with him. How did it go in your mind? Paint me the picture of the meeting.
I would say it went. There was an aura of understanding between the both of us. You know, having been part of the Mortal Guardians for a long time, I feel like he values my word and what I have to say. So, I think overall it went well.
And did you speak to him of fears that you might have and plans that may need to come to pass?
Yes, I did.
Okay. When you step out and go to return to your friends, you would notice another figure has arrived. Elias is here. He has been making a few visits, especially since everything that has happened. But he sees you and gives a smile.
It's just this sight that I needed, and just Seraphina will just run up and just give him a big ol' hug.
He easily wraps his arms around you as well and holds you tight for a moment. And then, well, do you do anything else here, Mortal Guardians? Any plans, any sort of research on what could be done?
I'm all about keeping people company while they do things like research and make plans.
Oh, I think I would like to research, please.
Yeah, I'll help them it.
Oh my god, that's literally the most boring task. Scale's gonna be playing a lot of solitaire as they're going through books and stuff.
The paladins will research. It'll be fine.
Yeah, no,
We will get all of the necessary information.
they've never botched a skill roll.
Why don't we get investigation checks for anyone who's doing research?
You got it.
Cool. Well, you definitely spend some time researching.
I found all of Max's half-chewed crayons.
Yeah, you can tell that they're haze because of the teeth marks. The little fangies that are slightly different than some other people who may be chewing on crayons. There is a whole collection I've learned in the Mortal Guardians that are chewing on crayons.
With some paste, crayons. Oh yeah.
So.
Why do the horses keep disappearing? Because they keep having to make more glue.
Oh my god!
I don't know where it's all going.
Oh boy.
So, as you are all researching or playing solitaire, a few hours go by. It's starting to get close to dinner time.
There's gonna be a robot snoring.
Yeah. You've not really found much more than what you already know. But getting up, taking a walk, stretching. It leads you back to the front of the house, and it seems a very auspicious time. As a figure enters in. She looks noble, though she is tall and pallid. She wears all black in a suit, with a long skirt and bustle. Has a long overcoat. Her hair is like pitch and braided into a long tail. It falls down to the middle of her back. her eyes, a piercing pale green. And as she sees your group, excuse me, are you mortal guardians? Adventurers?
What they keep telling us.
I
That's
need...
why they pay us so very little.
I am in need of assistance, and I hear that mortal guardians are the people to come to for getting the job done.
Yeah, what do you need?
I have recently inherited the house of my grandparents. Their deaths were not of unnatural causes, but the house has come under the influence of some fiendish presence, and I would like your help in exorcising it.
Well, I'm there. It's kind of my whole thing.
How do you exercise a demon? Do they jog a lot?
Make them run away pretty easy.
Yeah, okay, I can believe that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Squats.
Yes, done a lot of squats. It's mostly stairs, though.
Mm, mhm, mhm.
Well, if you are to be assisting me, perhaps we should introduce ourselves.
Not so bad at that part. I'm Dan.
You got to go do some paperwork with the guild master.
Shh.
Ooh, jeez, okay.
We can do that later. It's fine.
Yeah.
I am Lady Ven Silvani of Renzerin.
Damn it.
Seraphina will introduce herself.
With each of you introducing, the eyes fall on you, and there's almost a chill down your spine. And she looks at you.
Evil.
Well, would you like to know the details? I assume that would help in your efforts to expel what plagues the house.
Yeah, if you want. Sometimes it's more fun to figure it out for ourselves.
Whatever you can tell us.
Would you perhaps mind if we did walk the way here? And
Oh, we've got a meeting room. Yeah, come on this way.
she, as you're doing that, she'll follow. And you find yourselves seated at the table, and
Can I poke Nemeth as we go? Hey, did you get the shiver willies?
I thought that was just regular, like a cold shiver thing. Did you feel it too?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't like it.
No, neither did I.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on her.
Should we just shoot her?
I don't have a gun.
Oh yeah, that could be a problem. For a second, he's eyeing Nemeth up like, is Nemeth big enough to hold one of my guns? But then he dismisses the idea.
well, I should explain where it began. It was a mold first, it looked as, within the walls, spreading outward, like the place was haunted by a creature of filth. But it spread with time. There were attempts, of course, to clean the mess, but those failed. And then the presence spread from the walls into the servants.
Mm.
Some became lethargic and sick. The others, rebellious, aggressive. There were even some who mumbled in tongues, and others conducting bizarre rites to unseen and unnamed entities. It was... You see she pauses here, grabbing a handkerchief and dabbing at her eyes. Very stressful, especially for my grandparents in their final days. If anyone would like to roll for me a perception check here.
I think she said something about her parents, not grandparents.
No, she said her grandparent.
Oh, okay.
Serafina. A 26 is enough for you to spot this. She's wiping away tears, but you can see that what comes from her eyes isn't water. It's like a wispy vapor that she wipes away. I would like a nature check from everyone in the room. Serafina. And you who notices this. There is a faint smell of sulfur in the air. If you would like, you could roll me a religion check.
I'll have one of my d12s.
Okay.
It's 17.
You'd know that sulfur is often associated with fiends or very dark and powerful entities aligned with the infernal powers that be. The presence to bring the molten, burning, or corrosive domains of devils often impart such essences into the beings of creatures who spend time there.
May I cast divine sense on myself?
You don't quite have this information yet.
Okay, sorry.
So, I mean, you can, but Nemet wouldn't have quite a reason to.
Okay.
As she looks to you, each, again, those pale green eyes. You understand why I would come to Immortal Guardians to help, yes?
Yeah, this seems like a super scary situation.
And you will help? Truly?
Well, yeah. Why would we not?
And I wish I had a higher intelligence score.
I just am concerned, you see. I am worried of whatever entity is in the house. If you are not of strong convictions if it might corrupt you as well.
Hmm. Well, I promise. At least for me, I've faced a demon or two in my time. They ain't got me yet.
Hey, look, I play cards with the Fae. I don't need to worry about demons.
As you are making your declarations here, what feels like, especially based on what she said, where she should be observing you, watching you, she isn't. She's instead looking at the room around you, the walls, the ceiling.
Hmm. You okay? You have any questions?
And she looks
It's
to
the
you, Seraphina, and what about you? I've heard of your endeavors and involvement with a creature of such higher powers. Why would you spend so much energy resisting when you could take powers? In your own words.
I don't take. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what you're asking.
I'm just, of course, wanting to see if your motivations are solid. They are paramount, of course, as I am seeking to hire you and aiding my cause. They should be judged accordingly. But I just want to know why you would resist. What is it that drives you?
These are really personal questions. um, if you're asking me if I have a problem facing a demon or anything of the like, the answer is no. That's my duty, or our duty. We root out evil and we take care of it. My convictions are solid.
Dammit,
Yeah,
what are you doing right now?
I'm looking at her and listening to this, and just my apprehension keeps on increasing.
Cool. Dammit,
Yeah.
I think you would be the one to notice this.
Okay.
The room. She was looking at it before.
Yeah.
You feel your eyes begin to travel away from her for a moment to the room, just curious, wondering. And you spot it. Black mold beginning to crawl from the corners, over the wall,
Ooh.
along the edges of the floor and the ceiling. And the rest of you would spot it as well as it continues to grow.
Oh. I stand up. I
See,
look at her and go, hey, have you ever thought that the whole reason your servants were going crazy and performing all these rituals is because you're the problem? Because look, there's a mold and you're here. I look
I
at her and I
told
cast
you, damn it.
divine.
Well, hold on. So as you do this, she's also looking up and there is a, she seems affixed to it, almost like shock. It has followed me here. And then she's looking at Seraphina. Or perhaps it was always here. Perhaps someone has drawn it here. Someone with an affinity for darkness. Roll
This is
insight
BS right here.
checks. Seraphina's definitely
God.
getting this.
Oh my god.
Seraphina and Nemeth. This woman knows more about Seraphina's current predicament than has been made clear. Either that, or she has some sort of divine sensing capability.
What are you talking about?
As you say that, Seraphina, there is a pain in your chest.
Oh crap.
There is a current, it's a twisting. You almost feel like you're about to vomit, but it's not coming from your gut. It's right at your heart. There is nothing that you can do, no way for this to pass. And the woman's eyes begin to glow a very dark, rancid green. And she begins to grin. It is the first true emotion she has shown on her face.
Now, all I'm saying is, if Scout wasn't in a room with two paladins, he already would have pulled the trigger on this. But he's showing restraint.
What does having two paladins in the room have to do with it?
Can I move to grapple her?
You could move to grapple her, yeah.
I will.
Great. Roll me a athletics check.
22.
For a moment, you think that you have her. How hard is it to grab a noblewoman who's sitting in a chair, right? Except that she almost fades from your grasp as you wrap your arms, as if she's not truly there. And then she's standing right where you were, able for all of you to see. She wears deep umbral gray armor. She has long black wings trailing behind her. And as she moves back, it's not even as if she's stepping, it's as if the shadows are welcoming her as she fades away. The last thing that you see are those glowing green eyes before they fade as well. But you feel her presence still there, that shiver down your spines.
Can we do something about this mold?
Roll for me Arcana or Insight. Man. Nemeth,
Dan's not having a great time.
Nemeth, Scout, and Seraphina. The mold, that is connected to her. And she is still here, somewhere. You don't know where. She is hidden in the shadows. But to deal with the mold and the corruptions that it brings, you must deal with whoever this woman is. And you know what? Why don't we get a religion or history check here to see if you would know. Dan knows. Dan, you don't know why you didn't see it
Dad
before.
knows. Me.
Wait, I rolled a natural 22.
Just because you got a natural 20 does not mean you meet the DC.
Oh, okay.
This isn't combat, they aren't auto successes, unfortunately.
Okay.
But, Dan. She shares very much the features of Skavendra. A powerful virtue, one who represents the domain of spite. It was a portfolio claimed from the domains of Invetriel. Despite Skavendra's independence, she still often aligns with the fiendish tyrant. This is at the very least an angel of Skavendra. Or it could be her.
I'll share that.
So we're fighting Skavendra and Invitrium? What is... I look over to Seraphina. Seraphina, are you special?
Would I
There's-
still have the? I was
Yeah.
gonna say, do
Yeah.
I still have that pain in my chest?
Yeah, that's ongoing.
Oh, okay.
Dan's like moving around the room, sword out, searching.
Dan,
Can
why
I
don't you
cast
give-
Divine Sense now?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yes, please.
Well, there are, you know, to be now fiendish magics of the mold. Your divine sense would detect only fiends, celestial, undead, those sorts. There's a slight essence of celestial nature from Dan, but not fully, because of her Aasimar blood. But there's nothing in here that you need to worry about.
I start tapping on the walls with my longsword.
Anyone who wants to roll me an investigation check to check the walls, go for it. Oh, Nemit.
I know.
Nothing here. Just the walls. I mean, Skavendra, the lady, likely Skavendra, based on what Dan has said, is present somewhere in the guild hall. You just don't know quite where, but you feel it. And Seraphina, you definitely feel it again. It's in your chest. It feels like you need to throw up, but not of anything in your stomach. You need to get your heart out of you because it is painful.
Whoa, she's the virtue of spite. Who do we know who we like literally just talked to who's like super spiteful?
I think that would be my sister.
You think maybe we should go check on her?
That would probably be a good idea.
All right, are you good? Do we need to? Are you okay?
I felt worse. I'll be fine.
All right, let's go.
You make your way down to the cells, and it is dark. Unnaturally so. There is a cocoon of shadows, thick and malevolent, around Alara's cell, stretching outward to the rest of the guild hall. It seems that there is some sort of coalition of shadow energy here, but it is empowered by essences elsewhere. It seems that perhaps maybe the virtue is a little bit more tactical. Why don't we roll... Give me checks of your choice to try and deduce here. Arcana, insight, investigation, whatever you think your character would call upon to try and figure this problem out. Do so.
gonna roll luck.
Make a religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll stick with 12.
Okay. So, as you are thinking through, Seraphina, Scout, corruption takes hold by possessing mind, body, soul. Likely she has all of that with Ilara, but perhaps she has spread things outwards. And just tried to place particulars. People who might have strong senses of fear, reasons that might cause them to act spiteful, anger, something hiding away more beneath it. Hidden inside people. And Scout, you think of a figure, a small Kuotoa rogue, weep, always crying, always fearful. That might be a figure worth looking into. Seraphina, your mind goes to Ryan of Anlane, the militia trainer, who you know fears for the loss of mortal guardians. Another person who might be able to investigate.
Well, we should check on my little buddy Weep.
Weird, I was just thinking we should check on Ryan.
Ryan can handle himself, but Weep needs looking after. Did the paladins die?
Yeah, but let's go.
Yeah, wherever
check
we're
on
going, we need to go.
Yeah,
But,
let's check on
like,
Wade
now.
first and then Ryan.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so Weep first, then Ryan? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Okay. Finding Weep is really easy. Because
Oh, it's the nearest trash can.
Weep tends to stick in the more basement levels of the Mortal Guardians when he's not, playing cards with with Scout, apparently. So, seeing that you are already in the dungeons, you make your way to the storage tunnels. This is where Weep usually resides. And why don't we get perception
That's where
checks?
stuff is. Scout like stuff. Weep like stuff. They get along great. Oof.
Seraphina, you can hear the small sniffling that comes from one of the corners.
I'll point it out to the group. I'll head over there.
There we go. Weep? Are you okay?
As you get closer, Weep is faced into the corner, cowering, crying. Oh, I'm scared.
What are
Oh,
you scared of?
We're scared of losing his friends. We're sick and Scout and others.
oh, hey, look, you just remember what I told you. You shower regularly and don't eat babies, and you're good.
You promise you Scout won't get lost.
Oh, I get lost all the time.
But he finds his way back to you each time.
Yeah. I didn't mean to, say I wouldn't.
I would like a persuasion roll here, please.
From who? Everyone?
I would say you, Scout,
Yeah.
Nemec can provide assistance.
Okay.
Ew. Okay, I'm gonna need that assistance. Yeah.
A somewhat horrifying thing happens here.
Uh-oh.
As you console Weep, the fear begins to leave his form. However, um, you watch a twitch of the body. His face contorts in pain. And much like you had seen from Seraphina earlier this day, from Weep's chest, this creature crawls out, clawing across the floor as it becomes more present. And it rushes at you, Scout. We're gonna roll initiatives.
Hey, whoa now.
Oh, dude.
Whoa. Don't be a hater.
I need some battle music.
Seraphina was before me. Higher modifier.
I got +6.
Yeah, I got +3.
Okay, there's the music. It's coming.
Connor, as your heart hurt, was it visible to us that you're in pain?
Oh yeah, Seraphina would have made it visible.
Point of notice, that's still going on.
Yeah, Dan's been keeping an eye on her.
Elias has been staying close by as well, offering like physical, like if you need to lean on him. Which is going to be Scout first. After Scout, there is gonna be Seraphina and Nemec. And then Dan. And then our heat spawn. As Elias takes up a support role for Seraphina. Scout, this
Yeah.
thing is crawling towards you. What would you like to do?
He's gonna take a step to the side so he doesn't accidentally shoot Weep, and then shoot this thing. Is it? Do I have disadvantage for this or no?
I'm going to say you do not have disadvantage yet.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Let's try a sharpshooter attack. Why was it doing? Oof. I'm assuming a 10 misses. Yeah.
Yes, a 10 will miss.
All right. So let's try it one more time. Oh my god. Okay. That's it for me.
Okay. Seraphina, it is going to be your turn.
I will strike out at it with a ray of frost. That is a natural one.
That is unfortunately a miss.
Mm-hmm. It's the pain in my chest.
It is. Really, you should be having disadvantage on things with that. I'll consider that. Next up for our turns, unless there's anything bonus action-wise.
Nope, that's my turn.
Nemit, it's your turn.
I would like to go ahead and try to hit it with my longsword.
You can try.
And 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. That is going to be 10 points of slashing and 8 points of radiant.
Okay.
And then my second attack. Okay, 21 to hit again. For 15 points of slashing and 8 points of radiant. And I go, okay, this is not good. And then that's the end of my turn.
Well, with that, the hate spawn dissipates. However, Seraphina,
Mm-hmm.
two things happen here.
Uh-oh.
Actually, it's more than two things. Max, buddy. You gotta stop.
Yeah, Max. Vengeance.
No.
Yeah.
Seraphina take 8 points necrotic damage. First and foremost. You feel the connection to the hate spawn as it is destroyed in that last moment. And it's not just a connection to the hate spawn, you also feel Alara in that same moment and Scavindra all at once, and then it's gone. The pain begins to subside a bit. Bit of the corruption lessens. There's still more there. There's still pain that you feel. But you're no longer bound by initiative.
Okay, I have a very dumb idea. It could be wrong, but if it starts, if it keeps on hurting, do you feel like you need to let it out while we're here?
You mean let one of those things out.
Maybe that will give you relief.
I will remind you, Seraphina, this feels like you're about to vomit, but you know that you cannot. Like, this is your heart churning. It's a very different than feeling angry, which was what happened before when they released.
Oh, it's not an angry feeling.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Can I try something? Can I try to? I'm gonna go up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and put my hands on your face, and then down to your heart, and then I would like to try to I would like to use cleansing touch and see if that does anything.
If I remember correctly, cleansing touch is for spells, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Unfortunately, this is not a spell.
How did that feel? Did that feel like anything?
Nope, not really. I still think we need to go find Ryan.
You do. Hey,
Okay.
you need anything, you speak up. Got it?
Yeah, we dealt with this. I'm with you. We're on time.
Okay. So, finding Ryan is fairly easy. He's out in the training yard, as he normally is. You see him currently training. Short sword in hand as he is taking swings against a inanimate figure. And as you all enter out onto the training field, there is a thinning of the veils. One
Oh no.
that affects Seraphina. I rolled the funny number.
Nice.
Seraphina. All the creatures around you disappear. Nemeth, Dan, Scout, even Elias. You're all invisible. You're fine. You see almost everyone else disappear, except for Seraphina.
Ooh. This is bad.
The corruption is affecting us too.
You are only invisible for a minute, unless you do anything like casting a spell or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
I'll approach Ryan.
so as you approach Ryan, he'll look to you and Dan.
Ryan? You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Lying?
I'm working through it.
Okay. You want a partner?
Roll a persuasion check, please. God damn.
I don't know.
I appreciate the offer, I do, but I think I'll be fine. I just need to be ready for whatever happens. You make sure that I can make sure everyone else is ready for whatever happens.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you. You feel like something's coming?
You catch the moment that his eyes look towards Seraphina. Just a brief moment. I'll worry that something is, always. It's part of being the militia trainer.
Right.
Roll for me an insight check. There's something more here. You're just struggling to piece together everything, but you know it's kind of on the tip of your tongue.
Hey, listen, I know that I'm not always the most present during training, but I am a good listener. I promise. And if there's something going on, we can talk about it.
You know you're a great trainer, right? You train us to be vigilant and to be ready and know how to fight and defend ourselves and all of that. You help us be prepared. You do a good job.
They do listen, even if I'm on the stairs.
Persuasion check. Dan and Nemeth can roll separate, or one of you can get assistance.
I give you assistance.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Give me one. He heaves a sigh here. Heavy, full body. can't just talk about it. And he looks more fully at Seraphina this time and then back. I've been warned that something could be coming, and I need to be prepared to make sure that we don't lose anyone if it comes to a fight. I've already lost too many people. I don't want to lose anyone else. And as he spills forth, he lets it out. Again, something mildly horrifying happens here. His body convulses, pain shooting through it. You can see it on his face. Shadows claw through the chest. Those same malevolent red eyes glowing as it rushes towards you, Dan. We're gonna roll initiatives.
Oh my god. Come on, Scout.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it. Scout, your initiative didn't come
Did
through.
it not? Damn it.
What was it?
It was. I tabbed out. Where did it go there? It was. It didn't record it. Okay, why don't I just reroll it?
Alright, yeah, no worries.
But why? Boom. 23.
There we go.
Alright, so it'll be Scout first. After Scout, it'll be our hate spawn. After that, it will be Nemit, Seraphina, and then Dan. So, Scout, first act,
Yeah.
you see the hate spawn as it claws its way out of Ryan towards Dan. What would you like to do?
All right. So he's not so worried about missing and hitting Dan, and not Dan, Ryan. So he'll just draw and shoot, because that's what heroes do. Does a 22 hit?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Okay. For a... Oof, I'm going to re-roll that bad boy with his piercer feet. There we go, for 15 damage. And then let's take a lucky sharpshooter shot with the second one. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 will hit.
Okay, this one will be, 24 damage.
As soon as it begins, it ends with the quick draw of Scout's pistol. 2 shots ring out in the training field, and before this thing could even raise its claws towards you, Dan, it is ribbons. You are no longer bound by initiative.
Yeah, and he has to like lift his pistol and make a blowy noise, even though like obviously no air comes out.
I love it.
But he makes the noise with his mouth.
You know what? I think that is a perfect visual for us to cut to our next ad break on. So, do stick around with us. We will be right back to continue our story. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They are important to us here at Little Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen and in our chat room. The donations here unlock awesome perks to the entire community that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. So, stick around tight. We'll see what goes on as soon as we are back. And we return. As we do so, Seraphina.
Hmm.
Another hate spawn has been vanquished, and you feel it. You take 8 points of necrotic damage. There is a tearing in your chest, and again you feel that connection to the hate spawn, to Alara, to Scavendra, all at once. And then it's gone. There's a little bit more of the corruption lifted, but there's still some that lingers in your chest, that feeling you can't quite get it out.
Okay, so if that's Ryan, are you okay?
He nods.
Okay, that's Ryan and we've taken care of. Should we go check on your sister?
Roll me an insight check, Seraphina.
21.
There's probably someone that is still acting as a host unknowingly with what it feels like in your chest. Someone harboring an intense fear that is being taken advantage of.
No, I'll let that know to the group that the pain's still there.
Is it Artem?
I will posit this to the group. For checks of their choice, that you can, whatever, much like the before, whatever check you think your character might use to approach the situation, you are welcome to roll it.
Do insight.
Dan,
Hmm.
Seraphina. There is a figure that you know to be trying for someone to twist fear against them. Against you. And he has been traveling with you. Elias fears for Seraphina. It is part of the package of loving someone. Scavendra, Dan, you know, has a virtue of spite. Of course we choose someone close. Someone hidden in plain sight.
Hello.
I'm gonna shoot a look over to Elias.
Are you okay?
I'm as okay as one can be in this situation, I would say.
You're not afraid, are you?
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh, let me see if I can get lucky with a d12. That brings it to 15.
There's a moment that he is quiet. And then he takes a deep breath. I cannot lie to you, Seraphine. Perhaps it would be easier if I could. I am scared. whatever is happening to you, this corruption, curse, whatever it is, I'm scared of losing you to it. In one way or another. And as he says this, mildly terrifying to most of you, very terrifying to Seraphina, the contortion of the body, the pain that racks through Elias entirely, as a hate spawn claws out of his chest and immediately reaches out for your face. We're rolling initiatives again. Did everyone
Oh my
fucking
God.
roll 18s? Hold on. I need to
Holy
see.
shit.
I need to see if we get an 18 on our hate sheet as well.
Got that.
Oh no. There was an 18 on the die, but he has a modifier.
Oh, man.
It was close.
I thought I just took a screenshot.
I did too.
So, the hate spawn unfortunately goes first on this. Scout, what's your modifier?
+4.
All right, so Seraphina, you've got a +6, right?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
are we talking about? Oh yeah, it's just +4. Yeah.
All right, so it'll be Seraphina. And then it will be Scout. What is Dan's?
+3. Oh, I'm +3. He's +2.
Okay. Yeah, I can see Nemitz right now. So Seraphina, Scout,
We'll
Nemet.
go last.
You rolled an 18 and you still go last. Talk about a goddamn paladin curse.
Yeah, honestly.
All right.
I got it bad.
I have. All right. As the hate spawn goes first, again, it's clawing at Seraphina, or attempting to at least. But that's a natural 1. Seraphina, you're fine. For now. Seraphina, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh man, what would I like to do?
It is in
Um,
melee.
That is right. Could I? Can I have this thing make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Sure thing.
Try poison spray.
Yeah, totally. So that is a 10.
That is a failure, so they are gonna take 22 points of poison damage.
An interesting thing here.
Mhm.
It seems that this wrathful shadow-like entity is immune to poison damage.
No.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Oh.
Scout, it's your turn.
All right. Okay. Well, I mean, how worried. All right. He's gonna. He's gonna shoot it. What the hell? That's what he does. Oh my God! Does a 13 hit or miss? Where are we at with 13s?
A 13 hits.
Oh heck yeah! Okay, for 10 damage. And let's try another second sharpshooter shot. It worked so well the first time. For 19 damage.
All
You know
right.
what? I'm going to use the Piercer Feet and reroll that.
Okay.
21 damage. All right. A little better. And that's
Once
it.
again, with 2 quick shots from Scout. Max, buddy, I don't want you on my lap right now. This creature dissipates, and You are no longer bound by initiative, but in that moment, that's another 8 points of necrotic damage to Seraphina. And
Oh my gosh.
again, that connection between you, the hate spawn, Alara, Skavindra, all at once, rushing through you. But you can breathe easier now. Perhaps the easiest it's been since the pain started. It's not entirely gone. But you think that that's the majority of it.
I go over to Seraphina and goes, oh boy. And then lay on hands for 23.
I'll put a hand on her shoulder. Healing hands for 15.
Are you back
I'm
to
a-
full?
I am back to full.
Okay.
Can't we just open Seraphina up and take the bad parts out?
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
All right, that was my sarcasm face. Although I'll understand if you didn't catch it. His face is largely immobile.
This is not the time to be joking, Scout.
I'm just feeling a little bitter.
Okay, you take that up with Angel. Don't bring that up here.
But seriously though. No? Okay.
So, do you head back down to the dungeons?
Like I have a mostly clean knife.
Let's head back down to your sister.
That's a good idea. And while we're walking down, I would like to hold Elias's hand.
He does so. He grips it tight. As you return to the dungeon with Alara's cell, the shadow that overtook it is gone. And instead you see Alara. She's thrashing at the cell bars. It looks like she's trying to break free. And then she looks at you all, locks eyes with Seraphina. Damn you! You imprisoned me here! This is your fault! Roll for me insight or religion checks here, please. Seraphina. Scout. We'll see if Nemec gets this as well.
Yep. Hold on one second.
No worries.
I got it.
Paladins aren't allowed to make this one.
Everyone but the paladins.
Yeah.
You feel the influence of Skavendra rolling off of Alara. The Dark Angel has taken possession and is using Seraphina's sister as a host. Roll for me an Arcana check. Seraphina. And like before, with the possessions, you will have to find some way to break the hold. Break Alara free from the clutches. But the thing about magic is that magic of this caliber needs the targets to be willing. You will have to convince your sister, Seraphina, to be free of the hold here.
Can we just put this mad dog down?
She's my sister when not killing her.
Mhm.
Remember to keep calm. I'm right here. We're all right here.
I just gotta think of the right thing to say for a second. And why do you think this is my fault?
Because everything is you, Serafina. Do you even have an idea of what it was like for me? We have nothing here. You know why? Because I'm the eldest, but I was always living in your shadow.
You went through the ceremony, same as me. The only difference is, well, you see it. And I would argue it's the opposite. I looked up to you, and I see how you repaid me.
He scoffs. You looking up to me. How absolutely quaint. There is a moment that the voice shifts. Alara still speaks, but there's something underneath it. You believe yourself to be good. Truly. Mortal guardian. Servant of the lunar sovereign. All excuses and titles to wrap yourself up in and hide behind.
Sorry, I'm taking another second.
Feel free.
And I can assume that was... Well, can I assume that that was Skavendra talking just now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk, but I'm gonna talk as if I'm talking to Alara, not Skavendra. You knew what it was like growing up. And whenever I say these words, I say them truthfully. I know you would have done great things with this staff. And I was there at the ceremony. I stood by your side. I wept with you. I can imagine you would have done nothing but great things, but instead you chose the path of darkness. But now, you have a chance to reconsider here.
As you speak, focusing your words towards Alara, and you are able to see some of the shadows waver, a small flicker of what could be light, but it's not strong enough. You're getting somewhere, but Alara's face contorts again. There you go again. You always look down on me. There's pity. I don't need it from you.
It's not pity, I speak truth. You have to be the one willing to listen.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, please let me get lucky with my D12. I got 12.
Maybe there's some channel point redemption?
Yeah, why not?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Not what I was thinking.
Oh no, I must have hit the wrong button.
Oh no.
Alright, you've got advantage. Go ahead and roll that, but I'm also rolling for our wild magic surge here.
Oh, I almost rolled for 4. Hang on. How about 21?
Well, you can still get to add that 5 onto it, so 26 total.
Yep.
We will see what that will yield. At the same time, Scout! The veil
Now.
thins around you.
I refuse.
I've tried that, it doesn't work.
Hey, can I get a strength saving throw from you, Scout?
Oof. Not his
You
best.
get a +4.
Ooh.
I also need a saving throw of everyone that's next to Scout, too. Or at least within 20 feet,
Oh damn.
which I believe is
Strength?
all of you. Yeah, strength save.
Okay.
Wow, it's only Scout that gets wrapped up. Vines burst into existence here at Scout's feet and then try and wrap around everyone and entangle you. And Scout, you are restrained.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What's that? She's using her evil.
Seraphina,
Will help.
you are,
I'll help Scout.
you are trying to reach your sister, to have her see reason. And the shadows weaken. The torchlight that was dimmed starts to flicker and become bright again. And you see that almost moonlight radiate from Alara. And as the tension lifts enough, there is a growl from Alara, and then she just lets out a scream of the word go. And then the shadows evaporate. That malevolent presence that you felt from Scavindra is gone. Alara heaves breaths here. She has taken an emotional toll. Just the same as you, Seraphina. The pain in your chest is almost entirely gone. The pressure, negligible. But you know that the corruption is still within your heart, however weakened it may be. And as this happens, Alara glares at you, Seraphina, with the bars of her skull. A strange mix of emotions on her face. What is your passive insight?
13.
13. There is trust. You see that much at least. It is frail. It hangs off of a slim precipice. But you see that. And with that small glimpse, that's where our session comes to an end.
Oh my god.
So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. I'll see you all in our next stream. Until then, head over to wildowitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord if you'd like to jump in a game yourself or keep up to date with all of our announcements. If you want to catch us live, follow us here on Twitch. If you want to catch our VODs, those are over on YouTube. Right. As always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.